the nonprofit and charitable organizations. You're going to see this as a reoccurring theme throughout all of the alerts today. These nonprofits and charitable organizations are heavily utilized by terror organizations to not only raise money, but also move money around. Um, they may be generating funds somewhere else through some other illicit activity, and then helping facilitate the moving of those funds into the jurisdictions where they're at through these charitable organizations. But also groups like Hamas, what we're going to see is they are actually really heavily utilizing these kind of crowdfunding and charitable organizations in order to generate funds as well. So it's really there's multiple levels that these nonprofit and charitable organizations get tied into this type of risk. So there's that joint fact sheet that came out. If you remember, it was it was probably 5 years ago now, but it really kind of updated the guidance with respect to customer due diligence for charities and nonprofit organizations. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on that particular bit of guidance, but the link is in your materials. Oftentimes, what I say is, you probably have your charities and nonprofit organizations lists. You probably have some very logical reasons for why this charity and that charity are not high risk, and you don't suspect that they are associated with terror organizations, but maybe you haven't documented that process and that logic. So maybe as part of your enhancing your customer due diligence program, it might be just running through your list of charities and really documenting why you're comfortable that that activity is perfectly fine, and it's in keeping with what your expectations would be. Now, it could be that you go through your charity list and you realize, wait a minute, this charity, I thought it was raising money for X, Y, or Z, and it looks like we have international wires that are going to a completely different jurisdiction. And so maybe we don't fully understand what this charity is doing. And under those circumstances, that might trigger enhanced customer due diligence or additional follow-up. So with the new emphasis on charity and nonprofit organizations just in the last 5 years or so, I would say it's a worthy exercise if you haven't done that in a while.